Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shadow of the Dream, and I'm here before the video starts because I'm a little bit sick. And all that I wanna say is that I'm sorry for if this video seems like a bit off or maybe out of place because of the cuts and all that kind of shit. But the reason for it is because I had a lot of technical issues while recording the Summer Game Fest. And man, I had so many issues, and of course, it was not the live because the live was lagging as well. It was like delayed and all that kind of stuff. But I myself also had lots of issues that actually mess with me. Actually, man, like things that never didn't happen started happening in the middle of the event, which sucks because the event was actually great. Like I'm recording this after the event, and like the event is great, man. Like I love it. Like the things that they show in the last thing and in the last minutes and stuff. Like I love the whole event. That's why I love Jeff Keighley as well, and his importance to the whole video game community, because there's nobody like him, doing what he's doing right now for the game industry. Of course, there's like future game, like PC game shows or something like that. Like there's people that of course are doing interviews and kind of, but none of them are doing like as Jeff does, and for a long period of time as well. Like, and he also seems like a guy that also loves video game as much as you and me, and I like, you gotta just appreciate that. What I just wanna say is that this video gonna seem a little bit weird because of the cuts and stuff like that, is because basically I had lots of technical issues that actually never even happened with me before I started recording and shit. Just right, bro, just at the moment that I needed to everything to work properly, like the cell phone basically just said, hey man, you have too much shit on your cell phone, like delete something. And I was spending like while the event was going, I was spending like 1 hour just cleaning shit up because I edit my videos on my own, on my cell phone and stuff, and man, that take a lot of space, the videos and stuff, and I gotta cut them and all that kind of shit, and you know how it is. If you ever edit videos and stuff, you gotta download stuff and combine stuff, and if you wanna download the video that you actually wanna post it, there's gonna be more space that the video's gonna eat and all that kind of stuff. And I probably should not apologize because this is more of my mistake, and probably not much people gonna see this video anyway, so yeah. But I still wanna apologize because I really wanna make the best content that I can, and actually I'm working with what I got, and I just don't want you guys to think that I'm doing this for laziness and stuff, because actually if I was that lazy, I was probably not even doing this kind of shit in the first place. Actually, it's just to show you that I love these things so much that I really don't want to make mistakes and stuff. But as a human, you make mistakes even when you don't want to. So yeah, anyways, just wanna give you guys a heads up, and yeah, enjoy the video. Yeah, Summer Game Fest, boys. I'm really curious. The Summer Game Fest is gonna be starting in like 2 hours. Yeah, it's gonna be like 2 hours from now. So I really don't know what to expect. Okay, everything that I want. The Wolf Among Us 2. Where's the Wolf Among Us? Look, I did a video that I'm gonna put in the link below, or in the description. Or I'm gonna put in both, I don't know. I did a video talking about we probably never getting more choice-based games in the future. And I have my reasons because I talk it. Like, if you really wanna curious what I think this, you guys can see on the video they're gonna put in the description or in the comments and stuff. I don't think we're gonna ever see a choice-based game or at least we're gonna see a lot of choice-based game ever again, man. Like, if The Wolf Among Us doesn't appear on this or in any event that's gonna be happening in the next months until the end of this year, like, yeah, boys, it's not looking good for Telltale Games or any choice-based game. Like, it's not even looking good for, like, it's not even looking good for the Star Wars Eclipse from Quantic Dream, man. Like, and yeah, and of course, there's a lot of other reasons for why I don't think choice-based games are thriving, or if they even gonna be thriving in the future. Of course, we have the Dispatch guys, but you know, I mean, we have Until Dawn 2 though. Hey, that was a surprise from the State of Play, by the way. Until Dawn 2, I did not expect it. But anyways, Summer Game Fest is coming up, boys, and I don't know, man. Maybe we're gonna see a Persona 6, who knows? A Persona revival, because they are doing that with Persona 4. And talking about Persona, I bought Persona 5 Royale Edition. So you guys can expect some Persona 5 marathon one day in the future. One day, because the game is big and there's a lot of games that I really want to play. So yeah, you guys can wait for that too. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are seeing this, it's because Summer Game Fest is about to happen right now in 2 hours. At least by the time that I'm recording this part or this section. Yeah, right after this, you guys are already gonna see the live event. And man, I really hope it's good. I really hope that this event gives me some cool reactions where I can put on the shorts, because if I'm being honest with you, the shorts is the ones that I get most views from, because it's easy to access and it's easy to random people to just click it or just pass through the video and you know, all that kind of shit. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be reacting to Summer Game Fest, and I see you guys there, and I hope it's good. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start Summer Game Fest in 1 minute. 1 minute, boys. So, what you guys expect? I mean, 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you guys wanna talk about? Like, are you guys waiting for like a Persona 2? Persona 6, Persona 4. Are you guys waiting for a new Dishonored? Who knows? I mean, if Silent Hill can come back, if games like Metal Gear can have a remake, who's to say that Dishonored, that Metal Gear Rising, that God of War can just appear here? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all, because this is like a Summer Game Fest, not a State of Play. But hey, ooh, we're already starting, boys. I hope the sound is good for you guys, which I know it is not. So I'm gonna put in 30 seconds.
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Woo! My boy Jeff. Damn, what is that fit, bro? Whoa. That's a big ass.
Yes, you guys are prepped and ready. It's a good one, don't worry. All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Summer Game Fest.
Oh my God,
gaming's
nobody.
biggest global showcase of what's next. You know, we started SGF back in 2020 because we didn't want to lose that magic moment every June when gamers around the world come together to hype ourselves.
The audio is good for you guys. I don't know how it is. Not gonna lie.
Stories, new characters, and yeah, maybe the return of some fan favorites too. This is our 7th and biggest SGF, and I have to say, guys, the magic is back. We have a great show for you today.
Sorry for the light over here.
Now, over the next 2 hours, we, alongside some of the world's most talented game developers, are going to show you why gaming's best days are right ahead of us. What I love about SGF is that we put platforms and rivalries aside. It doesn't matter where you play, everyone is welcome here today. And right now, everyone has a lot of games to play. As you can see behind me, in just the first 5 months of 2026, Steam saw a record-setting 9,265
that's a lot of games
releases, and that's up from 7,800 last year. There are now more games and more creators than at any point in the history of this great medium. Now, sure, a cynic might look at those numbers and think, how can anyone possibly break through with their game? But then you look more than 1 million copies on Steam. 10 of those, they come from independent publishers. Isn't that great? Absolutely, and most of them were brand new IPs like Nugenics, Windrose, or Far Far West. That tells you something important.
Sorry, the event
guys are hungry for
did
new
a reset out of nowhere.
Want originality, games at different price points. And when developers take bold, creative swings, turns out you guys show up for them. Really great, so congratulations to all those games. Now, you know, some games, they become global blockbusters, but others actually find smaller, passionate communities that love them deeply. And today, both of those kinds of success matter. The truth is, not every game has to be for everyone. That's what makes this medium so exciting right now and makes SGF so rewarding. Because this show helps drive discovery. I hope you find your next favorite game today. So get ready to get wish listing. Should we get on with the show?
Okay. Hey, come on, cheer up, bro. Help Jeff, bro.
Right, so let's get started with our preview of what's
I mean, I know he announced High Guard, but
first announcement.
Oh, the first. Woo. Silent you? I'm sorry for the Windows sound, it's because I'm adjusting the audio.
Yes? So, you're the American who called earlier. The sister of the man on the third floor. Ah, welcome to Paris. It's so nice to meet you. Oh, it's freezing. Come in. Come in. We don't want you to catch a cold.
Wolfenstein 3.
I hate to say it, but your brother is, well, quite odd. In we go.
Fuck it, I'm gonna put this on max. I'm sorry.
He's made such a mess again. Think, I just cleaned it up a week ago. It's like a boulder hole through here. Huh?
What the hell?
Oh, the delightful biscuit. I'm sure he won't notice if we help ourselves. Oh, I'm so sorry. It must be the maintenance bring some nice coffee.
Wait, is the event lagging? Because, I don't know. It's doing a little bit of lag, I guess. Delícias do Marques. Bro, what game is this? Oh, it's a horror game. Whoa. Resident Evil 10? Code Veronica, no way. Hey, Capcom.
Capcom on a roll. What a way to kick off the show. Resident Evil Veronica revisits a classic title from the Resident Evil universe, reimagining the experience for today's players. No. Thank you to Takeuchi-san and Capcom for that incredible news. Now, some surprise breaking news from one of the top independent game studios in the world.
Wait, what?
Hello there, I'm Cuphead here at Studio MDHR headquarters.
Cuphead.
And today, we have a special announcement for all of you. We're happy to confirm that development has begun on a brand new, hand-animated Cuphead video game. Our talented team is hard at work on this ambitious project, which will take Cuphead and friends on a fresh, exciting adventure. It's still in early stages, but we look forward to revealing more when the time is right. Well, from all of us here at Studio MDHR, thank you for... I didn't know this was plugged in. Hello? Yes? Oh, indeed. Oh, you want me to tell them? Yes, I'll tell them. Yes, right now. Well, it seems I have one more surprise. A small team within our studio has been working in secret on something completely different. This new project is a love letter to the era that brought us into the world of video games. We have prepared a sneak peek, and I'd say... it's pretty radical. Over here? Ahem. Pretty radical.
Let's roll the clip.
Now in development at Studio MDHR. It's Mighty Cuphead Adventure. A new fast-action platform shooter with arcade-quality graphics and amazing sound. Mighty Cuphead Adventure.
Okay, I knew Cuphead. I like that. Completely new. And here's different game over here. So 2 projects from the same studio. Okay, I like that. Now, of course,
you know I love my puppets. That was great. And there you have it. 2 brand new games from Studio MDHR up in Canada with Mighty Cuphead Adventure, a true 8-bit action platformer coming to consoles and PC, and then a brand new hand-animated Cuphead game has been confirmed too. Great news.
Okay, makes sense, makes sense.
Well, now please join me in welcoming my co-host and partner in a new game discovery website called Looking for Game. It's Lucy James, everyone.
Thanks, Jeff. I am thrilled to be back here at Summer Game Fest, and I'm excited to share in so many incredible announcements. Now, this next one is very special for me. It's a game we've all been waiting to see for a long time.
Damn. The production, hey, 20th century game? Yeah, let's see. Sega? Does Sega do horror games? Or they're just...
やってくれたわね。大きな損失よ。
Wait, let me put you a little bit right here. Because I gotta see this.
こんな失態を見逃す会社ではないの。
No. I'm sorry, I got it.
これは最後のチャンス。
I'm sorry, I'm trying to adjust. Try to do my best here.
Do you understand?
Bro, horror game Sega? I think I never
Yes.
saw something like this. Like a horror game
understand.
Sega. But she's both, they are both they are making. AI 2? AI 2? Okay, I like the Alien Isolation.
Hi, I'm Al Hope, Creative Director of Alien
AI
Isolation 2.
And I'm Anna
I
Sopikova,
know
Art
that-
Director of
that
Alien
you
Isolation
mean
2.
AI 2,
On
but
be-
this looks good.
On
Not gonna
behalf
lie
of the
to you.
whole survival team at Creative Assembly, we're very excited to share our return to the survival horror genre. It's been 12 years since we released the first Alien Isolation, and we're continuing what we started, creating an authentic new chapter which builds on that core isolation experience of escaping the terrifying, unkillable, relentless alien.
And this time, we're unleashing the alien on an unsuspecting colony world. From the claustrophobic confines
That's
of the
why
colony
they call
itself
AI
to the exposed
two-way.
and stone
Maybe
ravaged landscape
that's
surrounding
not a
it,
mistake.
Kurosaki Station is a new hunting ground for the ultimate apex predator. Players will face a desperate struggle
'Cause
to
the
survive
AI
and escape.
is improved.
And we cannot wait to show you more in the future. Thanks.
Because the AI is improved. Makes sense. Okay, it's not. It wasn't a mistake.
Thanks so much, Anna and Al. Today, we are honored to have one of gaming's true visionaries here with us in the audience. For more than 2 decades, his work has reminded us that games can be emotional and deeply human.
Shadow
From
of the
Eco
Colossus
to Shadow of the Colossus
Creative.
to The Last Guardian, he has left an unforgettable mark on this
Yeah.
medium. Please join me in recognizing the legendary Fumito Ueda-san. Ueda-san, great to see you.
These guys
And
are
now, let's talk about his next game. A few years ago, we gave you an early glimpse at Ueda-san's next game, then known as Project Robot. Well, now, it's time to step deeper into the mysterious, unsettling, and epic world that marks Ueda's first game in a decade. Let's take a look.
In a decade, damn! That take a long one. Project Robot. Gen design. Bro, I completely forgot of this game. The mech Shadow of the Colossus. That's crazy. Can we control the mech? Okay, sure. Mech combat, okay. Mech platforms? A lot. Mech fighting, sure. Okay. Gen Atlas. Okay.
Does that look incredible?
Hey,
All
the
right.
thing about
I cannot
this
wait
game
for Gen Atlas. Thank you,
is
Ueda-san.
that-
All right, well, next we travel to the east,
You
to
don't know what
China,
the game
circa
is until you
848
play.
AD. Blood Message is a cinematic single-player action-adventure game from NetEase. You are a messenger who embarks on a perilous eastward odyssey with your son, fighting against impossible odds.
I didn't even let Jeff talk. I'm sorry. I'm a dumbass. But that's the thing about that guy that creates, the Shadow of the Colossus games and of course other things as well. Is that these games, you don't actually the experience, the feeling of playing until you play. You can't tell somebody that Shadow of the Colossus is this and that you are a guy with a sword and you kill Colossus. But you don't know exactly until you experience, until you go in. Alright, Stranger of the Heaven, guys in the pool and stuff.
敵討ちかつまらねえことに人生使ってんな大統領この件にけじめをつけねえと俺の人生始まらねえんだ
I actually can build this with love, bro. And I believe his son is part of this game as well. What?
Crazy! Well, Yokoyama, we got a lot to talk about, but first of all, we have a release date.
本作の発売日は2027年1月15日となります。そして先ほどのトレーラーには新しいキャストも情報が含まれていましたが、その件に関してはこの方に語ってもらいましょう。
Stranger Than Heaven will be released on January 15th, 2027. As you may have noticed in the trailer, we revealed some interesting new cast members. To tell you more about that, I'd like to bring out a special guest.
Please welcome Snoop Dogg.
Oh!
Wait.
My friend, good. Snoops, everyone's talking about this game. It's so good to have you here, man.
That's crazy.
So you teaming up with Yokoyama. Tell us, how does this happen? Why did you want to work with RGG?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Sega. I've been playing that game since it first came out, and to be associated with such a great game and such a great person like this and the team that they put together, it's an amazing, feat for me. So I'm happy to be a part of it.
Now we got to talk about what just announced in this trailer. How's Tupac being a part of this?
The Tupac estate and my son and myself, we work very closely together, so it just made sense to put him in this game because his likeness and his spirit still lives on, and I just feel like it was so connected to what we're doing. So, what y'all think?
Game looks insane. I'm sure you got more surprises in there too. I know the song sounds great. Well, we're looking forward to hearing more on Stranger Than Heaven. I also want to ask you though about something a couple years ago at TGA. You and Cordell talked about Death Row Games is something that you guys want to do. Any updates on what's happening there, DRG?
Yes, sir. Death Row Games. We're building a hip-hop gaming universe, bringing an authentic culture to life. You know what I'm saying? And we just got a lot of plans that we planning on actually bringing to life in the next, couple of months.
Okay, well, we'll hopefully hear more on that soon.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Snoop Dogg. Thanks for joining us. Yokoyama-san, Jamil, appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Fantastic.
Okay. Bro.
More crazy stuff to come. All right, next
At
we're
first
excited
I was
to
like,
announce the stunning debut
what?
title from a new studio in Sweden. Hex is an open-world action-adventure game.
I don't know. It just feels a little bit weird, like bringing Tupac to the thing.
You brave the wild north.
I mean, if it is in respect to him, if they don't disrespect him in any shape or form, I'm fine with it. I'm actually fine. I mean, I don't see reason why Snoop Dogg would let them put him in it without paying respects to him. You know what I'm saying? But okay, I can't let that pass. But man, that was unexpected as shit. Now what is this? Ah, by the way, if the video cuts, like, it has some weird cuts, it's because I run out of memory, bro. I just ran out of memory. I'm sorry. Hey, the next showcase events, I'm probably gonna have to do live. I'm gonna have to do live because I'm running out of space. Bro, man, what the hell? Like, Tupac out of nowhere. Bro, I'm still crazy about that. Like, what? And what is this game? It seems like a multiplayer zombie game? Puzzle? What the hell? What? Okay, that's some weird, interesting game.
I can't wait to see more from Hex. It looks absolutely stunning. We have much more SGF to come, but first on June 14th, Dead by Daylight is celebrating its 10th anniversary. Watch this closely because here's a little tease of what's ahead.
Jason. Yeah, they revealed like Jason. I think last month, I believe, right? For Dead by Daylight. Man, it's crazy that all these years we finally gonna have a comeback from Jason, you know? Like Friday the 13th. So a crazy beat. You were invited.
How old are you now?
10 years. Let me guess, they're gonna reveal Dead by Daylight 2. Oh, this is a complete... Okay, this is Mortal Shell. I thought we were still in Dead by Daylight. Man, I'm so slow. Like, what is happening to me? It was because of Tupac? What was happening to me? I have a deep appreciation for games that let you build some crazy things that actually work, like these big robots, house, moving house. Like what is this, man? Like the concept is pretty cool. Like I love games like this. I remember a game that was not exactly building stuff, but it was more like creating your army to go against the NPC's army, which was a totally accurate battle simulator. Man, that was a classic. Who remembers that?
Edward. Privateering.
Oh, Black Flag.
Is it dangerous?
Wouldn't pay so nice if it weren't.
Gentlemen,
something that I noticed about Assassin's Creed 3 is that Woodkid is almost always there.
act according to our own collective madness. So I'll put it to the vote. All those in favor of storming this cove and taking this shit.
I will say this game looks beautiful as hell. But man, they are changing some things that I don't think I'm liking too much when it comes to the gameplay.
Can you feel it, Ade?
Like they removed the hidden blades
away from the grandest prize of all.
From like actual weapons in the game.
After you, Captain. Path ahead is dangerous of all. After you, Captain. Path ahead is dangerous.
What?
Don't save me a spot in hell, Shaka. I am coming soon.
Welcome back to SGF. That was Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, which is arriving July 9th. Now it's time for the announcement
Bro,
of
the
a
show
game
is
that reunites one
unsynchronized
of
for
the
me.
best action
What
game
is that?
developers in the world with a legendary franchise.
Bro, it's unsynchronized to me. What the hell? This gotta be the show, bro. From the studio that brought you Bayonetta Platinum. When all that remains is vended. With the histories.
You guys having fun yet?
Okay, this one is really nice. Okay, let's go, boys, let's go.
I cannot wait to learn more about Last Ronin. Now, please welcome two-time TGA loser for Expedition 33 and Final Fantasy 16. It's Ben Starr, who voices the Visitor in Fortnite.
Oh, Ben Starr.
Hello, Summer Game Fest. For the past little while, I have had the incredible opportunity to step into the world of
Why
Fortnite
people on Summer Game Fest are
visitor.
so, I don't know.
And today, I
Like
finally get
they
to
don't
share a
seem like
glimpse of where
they are
that
that
journey
hyped for
is
the
heading
things that they are
next.
showing. Like
We've
come
been
on,
working
bro.
on
Like
this
just be a
for
little
long
happy.
time. A new season is about to begin, and everything is about to change. Let me show you what's coming in Fortnite's next season runners, launching later tonight.
Ben Starr's probably like, Fortnite. Where's my next big video game franchise? Come on, bro. Final Fantasy, you know what I'm saying? Like Expedition 33. Like what are my kind of games? I got some GM present this goddamn Fortnite shit, you know?
Faster, more dangerous. No one can resist that kind of power. So we must secure them.
Damn, John Wick. More Fortnite.
Now, if you're wondering how we end up on this new island, you'll have to jump into the Shattered event happening live inside Fortnite right after Summer Game Fest.
Bro, it's slow as hell for me. Like it's delayed. Wait.
We asked every player to choose a side, and in the live event, that choice changed.
About one of the most influential sci-fi franchises ever
I'm sorry, Ben. I'm sorry, Ben. I fuck everything up. Oh my god, bro. This is gonna be a nightmare to edit.
This was caused by a new type of
Oh my god, bro.
It's beyond anything that we can
I think this was me. Shit. Oh my god, this is gonna be a nightmare to edit, bro. I'm sorry, Lazy Jen. I'm sorry, bro. This is gonna be a nightmare. So we basically seeing Control right now. Man, not gonna lie, there was some bangers that they just revealed like this moment. Like how long it was it?
All we can do is dig deeper, keep searching for the solutions in every way we can. Before it's too late.
Okay, Control is looking good.
Right now, it's time for another Summer Game Fest exclusive, the announcement of the next game in a storied franchise.
A storied franchise? A storied franchise? Huh?
We all have our own reasons for coming to this vast frontier.
Understood that brought you.
We who protect this land.
One of the most exhausting detailed and rewarding MMOs.
Our wonder.
What?
You feel it too.
A more than evolution?
Wonder at the astonishing power that shapes this land of awe. At the great spirits to whom we are bound. At the gods who hold dominion over all. We cannot guarantee your comfort or even your safety. But if you yearn for horizons unexplored, for fellowship and purpose, for a cause worth dying for, to you, we can promise magic.
Guild Wars 3? Wait, what? I don't know what this is. I'm sorry. I don't play much MMOs in my life.
To everyone watching both here and live online around the world, I'm Colin Johansson, the studio head at ArenaNet, and I want to thank you for watching the exclusive first look at our upcoming game.
Johansson.
The time is right for the next evolution of the MMORPG, and that game is Guild Wars 3.
Okay.
Glad you all agree. Guild Wars 3 is an epic world that is both beautiful and fun to explore, where the joy of movement is powered by your character's momentum, and combat will usher in an entirely new type of MMO experience. By launching on PC and PlayStation 5, we're inviting the biggest audience yet to experience the world of Guild Wars. We're so excited to welcome all of you to join our Guild Wars community. Go to guildwars3.com to sign up for our newsletter right now. Thank you.
Okay. I don't play MMOs, so...
Thanks, Colin.
I mean,
get ready
I guess I'm
to
lying.
blast across the galaxy with daring races, dangerous rivals, and some very familiar faces. Star Wars Galactic Racer is coming this October! And now it's time to head to a brand new planet, Dervin Akos.
Okay.
Now this
Okay.
is pod racing.
Alright, let's see.
Welcome to Dervin Akos,
Man, this is a scuffed...
where champions are born.
This is a scuffed live reaction to Summer Game Fest, not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Ooh.
My sources say you've been making friends amongst our fellow League pilots.
Racers don't go head-to-head against Sebulba. Legends do.
They are not your friends.
I've seen you at Kestar's side.
Stay out of my way.
Oh, this is the dream shape.
Damn. Hey, looks pretty fast.
There's a reason why they call Kestar Fool the champion. The golden age of the Galactic League begins now.
Wait, every time that you hit somebody, there's gonna be this slow-mo cutscene? I mean, it looks good and fast. This is the game that was shown, I believe. Yeah, Angel of Abyss. It's kind of like a Little Nightmares, but you can actually fight back, you know? Okay, this looks like a fake trailer, not gonna lie to you. The way that the character animated like that. Man, this looks such like a fake trailer for some reason.
A few years ago, we announced Sega's
Damn, I'm still delayed.
classic franchises, including Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi. Another one is Virtua Fighter. Today, we've got your first ever look at the surprise.
Oh my god, bro, I'm so delayed, bro. What is going on?
Is Virtua Fighter Crossroads.
Wait, what? Bro, why I'm so delayed, bro? What's going on?
Are we talking about your ex?
Hey, I've got an idea for you.
Hey, it's Yellow. Bet you're hungry after this morning, huh? Same as usual?
Your sister's really taking this whole job thing seriously, huh, Divina?
I know.
Well, it's gotta be the event, bro.
They really weren't kidding about this being a fighting town.
We're all fuck-ups.
Is this Virtua Fighter?
Otherwise, we wouldn't be living in Villa Sapara. Kill them all.
Hey, it's me.
If that's the game.
There he is.
Shit.
This is not gonna blow over, Cielo. You fucked with the Chinese mafia.
What the hell? Holy! What the hell?
One more move and I'll cut her fucking head off.
All right, just take it easy.
That's your...
Madam Sue?
You play the part of a fighter, but you are lacking in kung fu.
Rise over the cries, city of blood, sweat, and survivors. Life rolling like dice. Once you're inside, there's no surrender.
Virtual Fighter and Virtual Fighter Story Mode?
Who's
Kinda?
Pai-chan?
What?
It's been 25 years since RuneScape was born, and 20 years tomorrow.
The audience is dead. I'm sorry to say.
3-2-1
The audience is dead. I'm sorry to say, bro.
Finally, this legendary universe is coming to console with RuneScape Dragon Wilds, playable now on PC in early access. Here's a new look.
Hey, I'm sorry. First, because the stream looks delayed. And it's not me. It's gotta be them. And second, I'm sorry to say this, but the audience is dead. The audience is dead.
Into the unknown.
Cause how the hell you get the last Noni trailer? Nobody get hyped. How the hell you get Virtual Fighter trailer and for the looks of it, a new Virtual Fighter game with a story mode, and you don't get hyped for it. And then it looks amazing, by the way. Like what? Like, how do you get... Anyways, I was thinking about something else, but, you know, it is what it is. Excuse me. Ooh. Damn, how long it's been? Like 1 hour already? I heard that this was gonna be like 2 hours or something.
The skies will clot.
Hey, there was a lot of good stuff over here. Bro, so far there was some good stuff. Like, if I have some thoughts, there was some good ass stuff over here.
Red minnows grow in tainted clay. 3 virtues known. Not all be cast. For life, and doom, and death. Alas, find me, fool, or I'll find you.
So frank.
Welcome to Brook Hollow Park.
It's okay, they're not actually monsters.
Ah,
We're a lot smaller now.
Clever girl.
The game where you play characters in a garden or something. The garden of somebody.
Please tell me that was your stomach.
I forgot the name. Undertale or something?
For a survival.
No, Undertale is another
65 millimeters in the making.
I forgot.
What the hell did we get ourselves into?
Grounded. Is this game good? I mean, this is obviously a sequel, but was the first game and this game that good?
Some guys leave it to luck.
Mafia?
Let it ride on a roll of the dice.
Oh, this is Mafia for sure.
Not me. You can have all the luck in the world. But what matters is the choice you make.
This is Mafia for sure.
When the cards are on the table.
Story expansion. Argos 14. Hey, for those who like Mafia the Old Country, expansion.
Yes, that was indeed a young Don Salieri from the original Mafia. Man of Honor expands Enzo's journey in Mafia the Old Country this August. Okay, can you imagine working on something for 16 years of your life? Back in 2010, the creator of Assassin's Creed set out on a journey to build his next time-bending epic. Today, after many twists and turns, it is finally time for Patrice Désilets to invite you in to his new world.
The creator of Assassin's Creed? New game?
I was born to be the collector. To protect a world I cannot be a part of. Destined to be feared for what I am. It is my fate. I have devoted my life to facing them. Those granted the power to raise souls. Those corrupted by their gifts. Tilting the ancient balance toward cataclysm.
Catwoman Hood. Assassin Wood. Wait, what?
But at last, their debt is due.
Wait, is this the... Is this the Assassin's Creed with...
Every choice, every breath
from the
has led me to
witch
this moment.
hunt?
As the moon bears witness, I take the first step.
Oh, no, I think this is
My
something
time
completely different.
has come. I am ready.
Mr. Dunn? Whoa.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, everyone. 1666 has been a monumental and emotional journey. David Lynch once said, the film is the talking. That's how I feel today about the game. Instead of explaining features, I'll simply say this. As of right now, the prologue is free to download on Steam and Epic Games Store.
Ooh. Okay.
It's a 30-minute story experience and amuse-bouche, if you will. I'll leave you with a glimpse of what's to come when the game launches on early access later this year. Join us for the journey. Merci and panache Kalis.
Okay. I mean, it looks really interesting. A cat, okay.
In the tactics genre, this is Star Wars Zero Company.
Ooh. And when it's Star Wars, everybody's... Woo! Okay, bro.
Then we need to make our move.
You got someone?
Zero Company.
What do you got for me, Fennec?
Lord Silius. Coyle's been spotted meeting with local gangsters. Find out what they're up to.
I've been tracking Fathom for months. She's at the center of it all.
All right, let's get a team together.
Ah. I guess this is like a strategy game.
Work with all kinds of folks.
It's not my thing, but
ex-noble.
Okay, I guess.
Ex-cons. And we're better for it. We're almost there. We just gotta finish this job.
Here we go!
General Skywalker.
Star Wars Zero Company. Okay.
A little surprise at the end there. All right, Dark Fantasy has always
Bro,
been about
nobody-
one thing, the monster within. And today, one of Europe's most ambitious studios is ready to take you into a brutal new world where vampires have emerged.
Bro, what happened? Nobody clapping, nobody... Man, everybody is just... Bro, everybody's just like, bro, I guess. Okay, Jeff, okay, I guess. Oh, Bloodwalker. Blade? Bloodwalker or Blade?
You don't give up easy, eh?
Neither do I. You certainly have reasons to hate me. My son, you've ruined my life. We crave the same thing.
Evil? Am I evil? They adore me.
You're a pawn in Brentius's hand. Nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shadow of the Dream, and I'm here in the half of the video just to talk a little bit about the rest of the show. I basically, recording and, all those technical issues was going on. Of course, not just with the show, but also with my cell phone, which I use regularly to record most of the videos that I do. So I'm here to talk a little bit about the other half of the Summer Game Fest, because I actually did not record any reactions to that other half. Which it really sucks, because, the other half was like amazing, man. Like, of course, not that the other half was not. I mean, come on, the show literally opened with the Code Veronica remake trailer, So like, basically the whole show was incredible, and I gotta give my props to Jeff Keighley, because he basically the one that make these things happen, and there's a reason why studios, regardless of how much it costs to be in one of these shows, I feel like this show showed me that studios are willing to pay to show the trailers in this event because of how much trust they put on Jeff and his entire show. And this guy, like, the reason gotta be him, bro. Like, because I don't see anybody else in the industry besides maybe, I don't know, Kojima or whatever. Because I don't think even Kojima could pull something like this off. And to do these kind of things, you gotta have like friendships and connections, and respect the time of the studios and stuff, and have the studios have respect for you. And I can see that things like this are like very incredibly hard to make and do, but somehow Jeff Keighley does these things, end up finding a way to make those things work. I mean, maybe not technically, because regardless if the Summer Game Fest was great, technically it wasn't great. But when it comes to what the show offered, with the trailers and all that, yeah, it was great. It was amazing. It's just the goddamn man, technical parts that sucks. And I mean, I'm not gonna judge the show, because even in my part that shit got fucked up, and that's the reason why I'm doing this half of the video like this. So let's start by talking about where I stopped, which was with the vampire game, which is being made by the developers from The Witcher 3, I believe, which once worked with the CD Projekt Red. And the game is called The Blood of the Dawnwalker, and of course the game was shown before, but I think the game overall looks decent. I think compared with the rest of the games, with the rest of everything that was shown and all that kind of stuff, I don't think it looks that crazy, but maybe what the game doesn't offer in crazy in like maybe visually, or maybe fantastical, because this is basically a vampire game, vampire hunting and all that kind of stuff, almost like The Witcher in a way. But even though that visually doesn't look as impressive as other games that were shown in the event, I feel like the concept of what's going on here, because in the initial trailer here, I actually thought this was Blade for a second, because as you can see, like it shows like the game in like a modern age or something. So either this means that the game is gonna happens or gonna have either flashbacks or missions where you're gonna be in the future, or maybe a prologue where you're gonna be happening in the future, in the modern day and all that kind of stuff. And that got me really curious, because this game could happen in like different times at different times. Maybe we get to play like in the modern age and also the medieval kind of times, or maybe both, because it shows the modern day and also the medieval age. So maybe this could mean something like, I don't know, Assassin's Creed, where certain games like kind of show the old moments, maybe the younger protagonist moments until he grow up into a man, and maybe older in the future and stuff, or maybe we can have epilogues or moments in the story where we're gonna go forward and all that kind of stuff, and maybe the game is gonna happen in like multiple days, kind of like Stranger Than Heaven, which Stranger Than Heaven is straight up doing that. And I mean, they always show in the showcase the multiple times and ages that the game is gonna be happening, which is I think it's pretty cool, like, because I did not expect that from this game. I just expected this game to be just medieval, straightforward, almost like a The Witcher, like, which is probably still gonna be, because I mean it's being made by the ex-developers from The Witcher 3, and it's gonna be interesting to see. Now I will say this: I hope that they improve with the combat, because I got to take a look at the little showcase they did before the Summer Game Fest. I think it was like a while ago, a few months, which it did not catch my attention. Like, I did not get impressed, because it felt so much like The Witcher 3 gameplay. I'm not gonna talk too much about The Witcher 3 gameplay, because at the end of the day, even though The Witcher 3 gameplay was not let's just say the craziest gameplay ever, it still did its job, for the overall experience that the game offers to you. And of course, I don't want to. The reason I don't want to go too deep into The Witcher 3 gameplay is because I did not finish that game. I just played the beginning, and I didn't get to see the overall what the game actually offers you in terms of combat. So my vision in the Witcher 3 gameplay is it was not that crazy at the beginning, but I'm gonna make a whole series. I plan to make a whole series of The Witcher 3 in the channel with the DLCs and all that kind of stuff. The Blood and Wine that everybody talks about, which I'm really curious to see. And that's the reason why I don't want to go too deep into the Witcher 3 gameplay aspects, because I don't know what that game fully offers you in terms of combat. But I feel like that I heard that with the DLCs and everything, like, it gets way better, like the most forward that you go into the game. So if it is something like that but improved, yeah, it's good. I think it's gonna be pretty crazy. And of course, the side quests and all that kind of stuff, the open world, hope to be entertaining. I hope to be, very different when it comes to, the side quests and interesting, because that's what everybody hopes for in an open world game. It might look pretty, it might have like variety when it comes to the ambience, biomes, and the feelings in certain areas, but if it is the same missions like Ubisoft, like, it's not gonna work that well unless it just looks pretty, and then you just have an excuse that the world looks pretty, which is not excuse enough. They also show like a new Among Us, which, I mean, should I say this? Like, Among Us, I think the time from Among Us already passed, But, I mean, this seems like a completely new game, and you're kind of like a detective and all that kind of stuff. And, I mean, it could be interesting again. I mean, I could be talking out of my mouth, which I am. But, I mean, like, I could be talking like I'm not giving a shit, which, yeah, it can be true as well. But, the thing about this new game Among Us is that I hope that is interesting. Because if they can do something with Among Us that is actually interesting again, maybe we're gonna have a resurgence of the Among Us hype, that we had in like a few years back. And still talking about Among Us, they also announced like a show that I believe it dropped like a episode for free for everybody to watch that is available on Paramount. But the thing is, man, like I said, the years of Among Us is out, like the hype for Among Us is already gone. And what I heard about the show is that the show was already ready, like years ago. But for some reason they decided to hold it on their hands and just decided to drop for some reason now. Which I actually don't understand nothing of that shit, and because of that, I'm not gonna talk too much about it. But that sounds really dumb. But yeah, they did something like that, man. Like why don't you drop when the hype is like on the roof, you know? Like for what reason are you holding this show hostage just to drop in like when the hype is already dead, you know? Like, doesn't make any sense. We also got a look at a collab of Cyberpunk and Wuthering Waves. Now, you probably are hearing Wuthering Waves and probably thinking to yourself, okay, why the hell am I talking about this? Well, the only reason is because of the Cyberpunk collaboration. And I saw some videos on the internet and I got curious. If you happen to play Wuthering Waves, like you there watching this video right now, if you happen to play Wuthering Waves, you know, either for a while or you're just a beginner, like, how does the game feel to play? Because I'm hearing that this collaboration of Wuthering Waves and Cyberpunk is actually pretty damn good. Like, I'm hearing some good stuff about this collaboration, and it got me interested of the game itself. That's the beautiful thing of doing things like this, like collaboration with franchise that some I know, with a game that you probably doesn't know or don't even play, like me with Wuthering Waves. How good is this game? Because that got me really curious to check this out. But then again, it's a gacha game, so how much money you guys spend just to, I don't know, play this game, or you don't need to spend money at all, and if it is about, you know, farming, how much you gotta farm to reach maybe the Cyberpunk collaboration or something like that. Like I'm really curious. You know, it is what it is. We also got a new expansion for Monster Hunter Wilds. Like there seems to be new monsters and all that kind of stuff. Kind of just like the Monster Hunter World expansion, like Ice Age. I believe that was what it's called. No, I don't think that was called, but it was something ice. And, you know, I'm interested in Monster Hunter because I still gotta finish Monster Hunter World, and, you know, for me to play the Wilds, I really want to finish Monster Hunter Worlds first before I get into Wilds, because I really want to know the bases, I really want to know things before I go into this new, you know, before I put myself deep into this Monster Hunter Wilds world, you know. And the Monster Hunter Wilds expansion is called Ascension, which is basically like saying that, hey, you gotta go to the sky, boys, because there's some monsters in the sky, you know, flying and all that kind of stuff. And you're probably gonna have to kill a bunch of monsters in the sky, which looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. Like the fact that this is above the clouds and all that kind of stuff is a pretty cool concept to me. Like, it sounds like the, you know, that kingdom above the clouds, like there's a castle that is just floating in the sky and stuff. That's what it sounds to me. And I find this very interesting because, you know, I'm really interested in Monster Hunter. I'm really interested in knowing how to play, to feel how this game feels to play, you know, how this game feels with co-op, because I know that battling the monsters is pretty damn cool, because I got to try with Monster Hunter Worlds, and even though that I didn't get too far to know all the monsters, all the crazy big monsters that are available for me to fight, the ones that I did fight, which was basically in the beginning, like, it was pretty interesting, and I'm really interested to know the rest of what Monster Hunter got to offer, because it seems like a pretty fun game that I'm gonna get into if I know how to play, if I learn how to play. And I'm really curious about Monster Hunter Wilds, the Ascension, which is the expansion, which is coming in 2027, and man, 2027 is looking crazy. Now, we got to take a look at a boss fight of this game that it seems like it's kind of like doing what Black Myth is doing, kinda. And I don't know if this game is Chinese or Korean, I don't know if it is, but I'm gonna take a huge guess that this game is Chinese, just because of the letters. I mean, the letters look exactly like what, I mean, Japanese, Chinese would write, with no disrespect. But the game is called Sword of Legends, and I'm really curious about this game because, you know, it looks like a Black Myth in a way from this boss fight. But, you know, it looks decent, like, it looks cool, but I'm not gonna sit down here and act like I never seen this before, you know. So yeah, Swords of Legends, it looks decent, So we gotta see, you know, when the game comes out, how it's gonna be, if it's gonna be something like crazy, surprising, because from the trailer, I mean, from the gameplay of this boss over here, it looks like Black Myth, but I don't know, it looks like Black Myth, but not as good. Now, maybe I'm mistaken, when the games come out, it really gonna shit on my comments, but, you know, we just gotta see. Now, we also got a new Hot Wheels game called Infinity Rush. Now, this game seems like it's gonna have, like, you know, compared to the other Hot Wheels games, which by the way, when the first Hot Wheels game came out, I remember it being pretty fun for a while. You know, I watched people play and all that kind of stuff, and I thought the game looks pretty damn fun, like the first Hot Wheels games that came out. But I don't know what happened, because they released like a Hot Wheels 2 game, I believe the sequel for the first one, and it was like not that long between the first game, I believe. And I didn't heard much about the second game, bro. Not gonna lie to you, I didn't heard nothing but, you know, just something. I believe I traded that the game was coming out, and it came out, and I didn't see nobody playing, to be honest with you. I actually don't know what happened with that game, you know? And I don't know if there's still people playing the Hot Wheels games, you know? But there's a new one coming out, and this one seems like it has like an open world, I guess. Where, kind of like Forza, but, you know, this is more like Hot Wheels, more toy-like. So, I don't know, it seems it's gonna be pretty fun, I guess. Maybe it's improved from the other games. Maybe it has more modes or things to do. But I really don't know how this is gonna be when it comes out, because the only thing I know is that the first Hot Wheels game that they released was pretty decent. I really thought that was pretty fun. And of course, we got new DLCs coming out for Sonic Crossroads and stuff. I think Crossroads is a really fun game. I would love to try one day. You know, buy and play with some friends and stuff, or you know, some people, maybe online. Just to check out, like, how really fun this game actually is, because you only know how fun a game actually is when you have your hands on it, when you actually play it. And of course, with that, with the new Sonic Crossroads DLC, there's a new Sonic game, which reminds me of another game. And this one is multiplayer, this one is more like streamer, you know, streamer-like. And this is like called Sonic Pickle Park. And I think this is like a Pickle Park DLC, I guess. Or maybe this is a new game. I don't know if this is like a collaboration, but yeah, there's like a game where you control like each player controls 4 characters, and you guys got solve puzzles and move forward. And it's a pretty funny game because I saw a bunch of streamers play it, and it's pretty funny. So yeah, this is cool. There's a new Attack on Titan game, and I'm gonna be brief. I never played any Attack on Titan game. I don't know how they are. I don't know how good they are, but there's a third one that's coming out, and it looks decent. It looks pretty interesting. It looks like it's gonna be like how can I say? Kind of in the same style of a Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi, but instead of you fighting like player to player, instead of being like a fighting game, if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be more like boss rush. You know, basically kill the big Titan. Basically, it's gonna be like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero boss fight with the big Ozaru, but through the entire game, because you're basically controlling the humans and you're probably going against the Titans and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really curious how exactly it's gonna play out. But from the trailer, it looks like this way. It looks like it's gonna be this way. We also got looking into a racing game, I believe called Rush, that it looks like it's more like story driven. So I'm really curious, because this seems like it's gonna be like a, what is the Need for Speed that it focus a lot on story? I believe it's Need for Speed Payback or something, which I believe is the Need for Speed that focus a lot in like action, story, adventure, and you have like a story mode with characters and crazy shit happen, and you have, I think, even quick time events in which is crazy for a Need for Speed game, you know, a game just about cars and escaping from the police and not hitting your car and all that kind of stuff. I see that it's not called Rush, it's actually called Clutch, but yeah, it looks high budget, I will say this. But I don't know how the gameplay is gonna be like, because I believe they did not show gameplay on this trailer, they just showed like the story. So I don't know if this is gonna be like one of those cases which is gonna be like Telltale style games with choices instead of actual gameplay. So I'm really curious what's gonna be. Anyways, we have this strategy game which is basically war, called Chronicles Medieval, which is, you know, a strategy game, which it captured my attention because, you know, it's one of those strategy games that always caught my attention. It's those one that looks like totally accurate battle simulator. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this game. I don't know if you guys ever played this game, but I love these games where you simulate big wars. It is like you create these simulations of wars and you just let the characters go through it, and for some reason it's just very fun. And this looks like one of those games, and you know, I'm interested in these kinds of games because of the madness, the chaos that it happens in the middle game. So yeah, this looks interesting. Sia Eminence. And this game, I believe they already showed gameplay and what's gonna be like. I think it's gonna be like a RPG, turn-based, kind of pirate simulator, which is pretty interesting. It's like, I mean, it's a different pirate game, which I appreciate because, you know, even to this day, we still don't have as many pirates games as you would think of. Like, bro, for a long while, we just had like Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Black Flag for a while, and no more pirate games for a goddamn while. Yes, we have like Sea of Thieves and other games as well, but not as much as compared to other games. Like, bro, when Souls-like, I think we have crazy Souls-like over the years, more than pirate games, which is crazy to me because pirate games, like, at one time was pretty damn popular with Pirates of the Caribbean and all that, you know, Black Flag, and I believe that after all those products, incredible, amazing movies and games, I would believe that we would, over the years, we would have more better AAA pirate games, but no, that was not the case for some reason, which is weird. And now they are realizing that, and now it looks like we're gonna have more party games than before, because I'm hearing some rumors that the next From Software game, like at least one of the games, is gonna be like a pirate game. But I don't know if that's gonna be true. Again, it's a rumor, so don't take that as belief. So your expectations don't get ruined. Whatever expectation do you have, but I mean, for some reason we now are doing pirate games for some reason, which is weird because we had like a long time to make those, and I don't know, for some reason they just said no, we're not interested in that. But anyways, I mean, it seems like they are more interested in space games than pirate games, but whatever. We had like a funny commercial of Capcom with Leon toys, action figures of Chun-Li. I don't know what this other character. This other character seems like a Minecraft character, and you know, Ryu trying to do a Hadouken, and he looks like a very pirate version of Ryu because of the mustache. Like, it was a pretty funny commercial. It was a pretty funny commercial. I love Capcom, bro. Capcom is so in a high note right now that they do some funny stuff like this, and you know, just go wild with it, with those commercials and games, and like Capcom is on top, man. I gotta applaud them for that. We also got a new Power Road trailer, which seems like, at least for what I heard, they won the lawsuit with Nintendo, and you know, I mean, congratulations to them. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm really interested to check out Power Road one day, because it seems like the better Pokemon game, not gonna lie to you. And they are coming out with a Power Road 1.0, which is gonna be perfect because they're gonna have new things and probably improve some things that the game already has, like some mechanics and stuff. And it's coming out July 10th. And it's gonna be very interesting because I'm really curious to check out Power Road one day. Like, I remember the hype and people talking about like it was like the greatest Pokemon game ever. And the thing about these games is that the thing about Pokemon is that I never was a fan, neither from the show, from the commercials, the toys, and whatever. But there's always had a game where had Pokemon mechanics about summoning allies and summoning like monsters and stuff. There's I don't know exactly, I don't remember exactly the games, but I remember having mechanics that were inspired. These games having mechanics that were inspired by Pokemon. You know, about invoking your monster and all that kind of stuff. And I know the amount of inspiration that Pokemon has, but I never was a Pokemon fan. But what got me interested in Power Road is that people were talking like this was like the best Pokemon game in years. And that got me interested because, you know, it was not exactly a Pokemon. I mean, Power Road is not exactly a Pokemon game, but I mean, it technically is. It's kinda. You know, it's like a indie version of Pokemon. But I mean, I'm really curious to try out one day because it seems like an interesting game, you know, and farming things and building your base and just for some reason making. I mean, I saw things about Pokemon's getting enslaved to build your own base and make AK-47s. Like, I was like, what? And that got me interested to play the game, not gonna lie to you, and doing boss fights and stuff. Like, it seems interesting, I'm not gonna lie to you. And boys, after this, look, I will say this. I was watching the live stream, because I was watching the live stream by myself from Summer Game Fest, because, you know, after all those technical issues, I was tired and I didn't want to deal with anything more. But boy, we finally got it. After talking to so much about, you know, not having games like Telltale games and those genres of choice-based games vanishing. Boy, we finally got like a new game from Telltale after all these years. Bro, I actually thought that this game will never gonna come out. I already moved on. I'm not gonna lie to you. But we finally got The Wolf Among Us 2, man. Like, what the fuck? And the game actually looks decent. I mean, of course, it doesn't look mind-blowing. I would say this. That trailer from when we had like a new date from the game, after I believe Telltale got revived because of somebody that bought it, you know. Like, bro, after that trailer that came out, after, you know, Telltale got announced that they got bought, and they released kind of like a revival trailer some years ago with Big B fighting like the new Fairy Tail people that we were gonna interact in the game, and him becoming the wolf and coming out from the walls and stuff, like, and kind of doing therapy, like talking with I believe it was, a girl and stuff like that. Like, that looks amazing. And I just gotta say something. This looks like this almost the same level of that trailer, because that trailer got me hyped, like the style of that trailer and stuff. And even though that this trailer is not, I don't believe, at least personally, I watching the trailer and compare it to the other trailer that we got earlier, from before, it doesn't look, I believe it doesn't look as good, but you know what? I don't care. This game is alive, bro. Like, this game, bro, I thought this game was never come out. I was already ready to move on from this game. because I made a video all about like choice games being dead and maybe we having a chance of never seeing the light of day. And I was talking also about Star Wars Eclipse on never showing up again. But it seems like Quantic Dream, it seems like they're still working on it and all that. But man, The Wolf Among Us, bro, like it's alive, bro. Bro, I was watching this by myself because of the technical issues, and man, I got crazy, bro. I was jumping around. Of course, I was not screaming because my family was at the time inside of the house, and I didn't want to scream, bro. I didn't want to seem like a crazy person around my family. You know how it is. They don't understand this and that. But man, The Wolf Among Us, bro. Holy damn! And we also got some news, some interviews and stuff about the creator with IGN. I mean, not the creator, but the guy that is running Telltale Games. And he was talking about with IGN on an interview before the Summer Game Fest. And he was talking, one of the things that, I'm just gonna read some questions here. And he was talking about the first game, that the original sequel ended on a cliffhanger that we all know because, for you guys that played the first game and all that kind of stuff, that know the first game or watch the first game, it basically ended on a cliffhanger. And he was talking about how, they still plans on continuing the story, and I mean some of the story of the first one and stuff. And I'm really curious if the game is gonna have like a save data, for the second game, like a save data progress continuous stuff, kind of like what is the other game? The Walking Dead. I believe, like I wonder if they're gonna do like The Walking Dead and save your choices for the next season, which is being The Wolf Among Us 2, and if they're gonna if they're gonna do something like that, bring the choices that we had in the first game to the second game, and maybe continue, and maybe things gonna change, and maybe I really wonder if that's gonna be the case for this one. Because he said that yes, some stories gonna continue. We're gonna continue some stories from the first game in the sequel because of the cliffhanger, and they probably is gonna be one of the things is gonna be the cliffhanger and all that kind of stuff. And he also talks about how the game got rebooted, bro. And the Ad Hoc, left in the company and working on dispatch and all that kind of stuff, and that they didn't get out on bad terms. They actually let them go to do their own thing and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty interesting. I'm gonna put a link in the description for you guys to check out and read for yourself. But yeah, man, like the game is back, bro. Finally, I'm just worried if it's gonna live for the hype, I mean, if there is a hype right now, because the truth of the matter is, the hype was that this game was even live, people expectation was if this game would even come out one day. But granted, the game is announced for 2027, and we already saw something like this before. And to not put your expectations too high, and to remind you to not put your expectations too high, The Wolf Among Us, the many trailers that we had before, also had dates of years, but not exactly the exact date, like July 1st of 2000 or whatever. Like it was always just years. It's gonna come out the next year. It's gonna come out the next year. So put your expectations down in case this game gets delayed again, and the game doesn't get news for a whole year again. Okay. Now this time seems different because they're also releasing a remastered version of the first game. But granted, there's no specific date. So take this as a grain of salt. I mean, I'm sorry, I think I used the wrong words, but, put your expectations in check, because we don't know if this game actually is going to come out the next year, because they just announced a date, and even though they announced more stuff like the Wolf Among Us 1 remaster, and, the Wolf Among Us 2 finally coming back, hold your expectations, because things can still change, just like GTA 6 for November, who knows? But man, I'm glad, bro. I'm glad that the Wolf Among Us is back, bro. Man, I've been doing talking about the Wolf Among Us in multiple videos, even though that were not videos focused on the Wolf Among Us in specific. I kept talking about this game in multiple videos and stuff before moving on, thinking that this game is dead, and it's not exactly dead. They're still doing. So let's move on. There's still more games announced. We also got Stellar Blade 2, brother, which is called Stellar Blade BloodRayne. Now that's a cool name. And man, this game looks amazing, bro. Like, what the hell? I really want to play the first Stellar Blade, of course, but man, this game looks like, and it's gonna be, instead of living up to its name, like Blade, Stellar Blade, it's actually Stellar Hands, bro. Stellar Hands, bro. This girl is punching the shit out of every single body, bro. Like, this was I'm sorry. Like, this was a goddamn fighting game. Like, what the hell? And she's weaving like Mike Tyson style, and like it's gonna, bro, crazy. I wonder if you're still gonna be able to have blades and use blades and swords and all that kind of stuff. I wonder if this is if you're gonna be able to have different and multiple type of weapons. I don't know if you could in the first Stellar Blade because I didn't play it, but man, this game looks like an improvement on the first one when it comes to graphics and the world design. Because the world design, bro, this looks like a Ghost in a Shell, and I still gotta see the movie, but but it looks like Ghost in a Shell, you know. There's still gonna be hot stuff in the Stellar Blade because the first Stellar Blade was very known about that. But the things that I heard about the game is that despite of the game having suits and things to show off the body parts of the character, of the female character, it was not exactly like on your face, like take this, like take the fucking hotness. I mean, I know that the creator said like he did all the motion capture and all that kind of stuff, and he talked about that pretty much in the first game. But the game was not exactly like. I feel like from the things that people said, the people that played the game, it was not that hard. I mean, there's of course photo mode. Like if you push it and like if you try to get those things, you're probably gonna get a little more than other games. But then again, it was not like straight to your face, just hot stuff all the time. You know, only if you want it to be. You know. Now next up, we got new characters review for Street Fighter 6, and most of the characters are brand new. You know. But then we got something that, boy, Maximilian dude got crazy over, bro. By the way, I was watching the rest of the Summer Game Fest by watching Maximilian, and I got to watch his reaction, and boy, it did not disappoint. I gotta say this. I mean, everybody thought that was just the characters and stuff. That was the only characters that were gonna appear in the season. I mean, I say season, but it's called year, like Street Fighter Year 4. But anyways. Tifa just appeared out of nowhere, bro. Tifa just showed you out of nowhere, like the fucking, like, get the hell out of here logo. This Street Fighter logo, like, who gives a this is Final Fantasy now, like what the hell? And yeah, bro, Tifa is in the game and looks like I believe she's gonna be one of the first characters to appear. Nah, I don't think so. I think she's gonna be one of the last characters to appear in this season. I got checked on that, but it seems like it's gonna be this way. And man, I'm really curious. I'm really curious. Of course, there's other characters again, but they are brand new. They don't have the same hype and same excitement that the Tifa by itself has. But I'm really curious to check out all those characters and stuff. What they're gonna do new. I mean, there's this fat ass, big, junky character called Arjun. I don't know what he does, but he seems pretty crazy. And I'm really curious how this character is gonna play out because it's always very exciting to see how these new characters from fighting games when they get added, what they're gonna do, like, what they're gonna, what's gonna be present in the game, what's gonna be the new mechanic, what's they gonna be, are they gonna be more like characters from far away that keep spamming stuff and being annoying, just like all of the other Injustice 2 characters, which I have nightmares of, passing through. But anyway, bro, Tifa is in the game, and I'm really curious what she's gonna be doing because I heard that like she's gonna be doing materia stuff, like she's gonna have options with materia, and she's gonna have some magical stuff available to her that is also present in the game Final Fantasy VII, which is gonna be really interesting. I really hope they do well with her, make her as beautiful as possible. Of course, that's their first ever. That's probably the first main focus that they're gonna bring to her is her beauty on every move that she does, and I hope they get that right. For the sake of Maximilian, for the sake of me, that I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasy VII, which is the game that got me to be a fan of the Final Fantasy franchise. So yeah, man, it's gonna be very interesting to see what she's gonna do and what all those characters are gonna do. And boy, when I tell you I was tripping with this trailer, I was tripping. And I was tripping with this trailer 3 times in a row. Because guess what? They got 3 double trailers in the end of the Summer Game Fest. And these trailers was from Final Fantasy VII Revelations. Boy! Ooh. Now, granted, I didn't know what the hell was going on this trailer because I still got to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, bro. I still gotta play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but the thing is, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is only available on the next gen. I say next gen, but this is becoming the old gen. Not gonna lie to you. Like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is only available on PC, which I don't have, PlayStation 5, which I don't have, Xbox Series, whatever the hell, which I don't have. And bro, I've been avoiding basically 4 or 5 years of whatever when Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out to not get spoilers, to not get any kind of spoilers. Now, granted, I saw the whole trailers that they show in the Summer Game Fest for Final Fantasy VII Part 3, which is Revelations. But I'm glad that they did not show much, because, I mean, at least when it comes to the story, which thank God, because the first trailer they ever showed from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I feel like they show, bro, some crazy stuff. And not even that trailer I watched for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so looking at this, I don't know nothing that is going on Final Fantasy VII lore, and I'm grateful for that, because the only game that I got to play, and it was the only game that made me a fan of the whole Final Fantasy franchise. And when I first played it, I played for free on the PlayStation Plus subscription, because it was giving me for free. I was paying for the subscription at the time, which was way cheaper than it is right now, so fuck Sony, by the way. And bro, I don't know nothing that was going on Final Fantasy VII Remake, and when I first played with no spoilers, because I didn't know nothing, I fell in love. I played that shit like it was a season, or it was an episodic game. Every single day, I spent like 5-6 hours in that game, which was way much to me, because I was having school, and I was going to the school at the time. And I was playing this like I was some of the guys that was watching Game of Thrones on its peak. And every time that I came back, I was like watching a show that I love at the time. And I was just watching episode by another episode and all that, until I eventually finished by the weekend or the next weekend. And man, I fell in love, bro. And because of that, until this day, I don't know what the hell is going on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because I don't have the game. I never got the opportunity to play it. And when I do, bro, and when I do to play the Revelations, the last chapter, I'm saying this, and I'm gonna put on my heart, whatever comes next from Revelations, trailers or gameplay, I'm gonna avoid every single thing, like I avoid every single Maximinian. And by the way, when Final Fantasy Rebirth is still to come out, is still to be revealed, I was watching every single Maximinian dude theories, analysis before the game come out, and watching his premonitions, and his premonitions become reality with Rebirth. Bro, it was fucking insane, bro. It was like I don't know what the Game of Thrones hype was like at the time, but man, I was feeling like this was my Game of Thrones, you know. And I was just man, I can't even say it right. Anyways, I'm hyped as hell for Revelations, and everything after this, I'm not gonna talk about Revelations, I'm not gonna talk about nothing of that, I'm not gonna see nothing. If it's spawned in the middle of the Game Awards, a new trailer from Revelation, I'm skipping, I'm blocking my eyes, I'm putting everything on mute, I don't give a fuck. Until I play Rebirth, I don't wanna care about Revelations, because I'm holding myself for Rebirth, and when I finish Rebirth, I'm gonna finish with Revelations. And yeah, man, this was Summer Game Fest. This was everything that I had to say, and bro, this was an amazing event. I just want to let you guys know. Because I love what Jeff Keighley is doing. I love all these trailers. And I'm doing this section of the Summer Game Fest after I have watched the Nintendo one and have done with all of the game events for this weekend. And man, if there is something that these events prove to me, is that video game is alive and it's well. And video games is still fucking good, boy. Woo! Video games, it's love. Video games is art. Video games is the biggest industry in this goddamn world, and I love it. And I hope one day to work alongside these people that I look up for to make amazing games in the future, and to keep growing the studio so we can have more amazing games in the future. And again, no AI bullshit in this game, no live service, fuck AI, and yeah, boys, I love video games, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm Shadow of the Dream, and I'm out.